an approximation, I mean there could be a week here and there. Term 1 is July to September. Term 1 will start for you on 1st of July. Then term 2 is October to December, right? And I have not mentioned the vacation here because there is none. And term 4 June to September. After March, April and May you spend in a company doing your internship. Then June to September, October to December, and December is and January to March, right? And last Saturday of March we have our graduation day. You collect your diploma, walk out, and so far in all these years people have walked out not only with the job but with the diploma also. So best of luck. Any questions? Any questions? No, see the thing is minimum the PGP office will say that, see we also need some viability, right? They will say that if there are less than 25 or 30, it depends, every year we take a call, the course will not run. But it is not that the moment it is less than 65 the course is cancelled, it is not like that. We do have courses which have 35 people, 40 people, 45 people, plenty of courses, okay? Yeah. Any other question? Yes.
Sir, is there really no vacation?
He is asking, is there really no vacation? See, you may have some days off, but mentally you always need to be tuned in, so there is no vacation. I think after first term or second term there is a 1 week off, right? Yeah. See, what are you planning to do after your MBA? You will take up a job. वहाँ तो contract में होगा. You will have 15 days EL, 1 month vacation, right? For all that things to happen, you have to sacrifice vacation now. There are few days off, right? I think even during December also we have some days off, right? And after first term we have some days off, okay? Yeah.
So, what about outbound program?
Outbound program? See, we had an outbound program at Bangalore, near Bangalore. It was done by one person called Guru Freddy. He is a Belgian, and it was in a place called Nataraja Gurukula. The student should go there for 1 week. See, outbound program needs, a good outbound program needs to have a solid learning impact, and his program was so good. He would put students under some uncertain situations, right? So, the situation is so uncertain and you only have your friends, you know, that brings in some kind of a teamwork spirit, right? How you and he would put students in 1 day in the forest and give very minimum resources for eating and all. So, you will have to cook your own food, and then you learn how to manage with. Basically, end of these 7 days you overcome the fear of unknown, right? It was a very good program. Unfortunately, Guru Freddy passed away few years ago. After that, we have tried with more than 1 or 2 agencies. We sent 1 batch to Coimbatore, 1 batch to I think somewhere Pegasus in near Bangalore. Then there is 1 batch which went somewhere near Shimoga. So when they come back and we ask them how was it, they say it was fun. And that is not the outcome of outbound program. Okay. So so we have suspended outbound program, and in case we get a really good agency where the students come back and said, sir, I learnt all these things, right? See, there is no point, you know, you go from here spending lot of money and go there and then you put up tents and again you listen to your music and have your mobile phone. यहीं पे कर दो ना, उधर जाने की क्या ज़रूरत है, right? So there has to be a good package. We are waiting for one, right? Yeah.
Sir, is relative grading going to be relative to the section or to the whole batch in first?
No, the sections. If I am taking 2 sections, it is only for 2 sections. Okay.
So any international tie-up for student exchange program?
Any
international tie-up?
Yeah, we do have. We have one type, like, please sit. We have actually one tie-up with University of Dubai itself, but the students have to decide before they come whether they want to be part of this program. The other international tie-up we have is with the university in UK called University of Sheffield Hallam, right, where in the second year students can go there for 1 term and then study some subjects there and they earn credits and they come back here end of our 5th term. And we actually, whatever subjects they have studied, we put it in our grade sheet and all, but it comes at extra cost, that is one thing. Second thing is, by and large, I have noticed that students do not demonstrate much interest in that, right. So we have been sending 3-4 people every year, right. Last year I don't think anyone went. We also had a tie-up with the Asian Institute of Management in Manila for healthcare students, right. That is something like a 1-week program or something, right. These things keep happening on case-to-case basis.
Sir, I have read a policy that you have maximum 13-day leaves which we can avail of. 13 days leave which we can avail.
13 days leave, sir, which we can avail.
Which we can avail. Sir, you will understand that we have our grandparents. There can be situations at which we need to avail.
You decide and drop out of the program now. On the first day, if you are so preoccupied on leave, right, you give 2 years of your life here, the rest of your life is made. It is not that we do not consider any emergency, we do consider emergency. Please keep that in mind, right. But don't, at this point in time, don't think of hypothetical situation where you would want to take leave and present questions to me, because that only shows that your preoccupation is vacation. If it happens, let's see, right. But please sit. What is the average lifespan of an Indian? 75 years, right. 60 years, 65 years, okay. In 65 years, how many, you will have 65 birthdays? Yes? 2 birthdays you miss. Is it going to be catastrophic? If somebody is getting married, it is not very important for you to be there unless and until you are the person who is going to get married. No, I am setting the expectations right here. If you feel that it's all going to be a fun journey, tomorrow I am going to be speaking on that, and end of which you will just fly out with a job. I think that's not the place, this is not the place for you. Absolutely no. You will have to, at this stage, as early as possible, get out of that engineering psyche. Some company will come, TCS, they will give you a test, you write the test, what is, okay, y is equal to x square, find dy by dx. So you do that, tick out these objective type of questions, then you get into a job. Recruitment doesn't happen that way here. My colleague who is in charge of recruitment will tell you, they will basically judge you on attitude, not your skills. Skills are required, but the temperament, emotionally how sound is this person, emotionally how sturdy is this person. You are not going there, after your MBA, you are not going there as coders. You are not going to be sitting in front of computers and doing all that work. You are going to be managing people. Managing people requires a different ball game altogether. Yes? Am I making sense or no? Yes. Right? You want to just go with a diploma which talks about your GPAs, or you want to go as a person who's transformed? That is a question I want to ask. Yes. If you ask me, management education is all about changing the attitude. What is the difference? Same, Philip Kotter is taught by 3000 B schools in India. And why did you join here then? That difference, the way you learn and what you turn out to be in the end, that is going to be your USP. Yes? Yes, sir.
So for someone who is pursuing PGDM core and is interested in finance, and he finds some lectures, some programs of BKM is interesting, and if it's feasible, can he attend those?
We have no, you can actually talk to the faculty, and there is a provision called as auditing the course. You just go and sit in the course of that faculty, and at the end he'll give you a letter also saying that this person has audited my course and he has performed well, satisfactorily or whatever. Okay, that's not a, yeah. There is a provision for that. It is called auditing, right? But we have seen that most of the times whatever the students take is handful for them, right? So not many people can manage that. Yeah.
So how do you select students for the exchange programs, and what's the average cost like?
See, the cost keeps changing because of this. This depends on that fluctuating international Indian rupee versus dollars, and this is by application. Students have to apply. We send the applications there, and they choose it. Okay, maybe it's about 2.5–3 lakh rupees for one term.
But at what point do we have to apply for it?
That is, I think, sometime in the month of March next year. Yeah. Yes, sir.
With the non-credit courses, do we also get to learn foreign languages or?
No, it is not for foreign languages. It is mainly to do something with management, something which is related to management. Please sit. There could be some course on a soft skill, right? And also when we introduce a new course, so at times we introduce it as a 0 credit course just to see how it goes. And then we formalize the course next year. So that will also be a non-credit course. Okay? Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sir, in non-credit course, we have to maintain some GPA.
It is a 0 credit course. No. It doesn't get counted in your final GPA. Okay? There are some, in BA and BCom you have something called as, what is that? Non-honor courses which you don't count in your total, is something like that. Yeah, subsidiary courses, something like that. Yes. That's it. Okay, if you have some more questions, or if you don't have questions, think about the questions, because I'll be talking to you tomorrow again, right? And tomorrow it will be more on the nuances of this PGP program, right? And have I spoken for half an hour? That's it. Great.
May I now request Professor Sridhar to give you a brief outline about the MIP program. He is the chairperson, MIP.
Good morning all. Welcome to TAPME. So as you see here, this management in practice, it's about 6 credits. Professor already explained to you what is a credit. So this is the only course which has got 6 credits. Rest all, some of the courses may be 4 credits, 3 credits, 2 credits, 1 credit, but this is the one course which is of 6 credits. Why is this important? It's important because today in the morning you have seen Dr. Subhash Chandra talking about his own experience. He said that he did not go to any MBA school, right? But then he said one more thing. All that he said is he used to observe his grandfather. What was he doing? He was learning by doing, right? So that's what is going to happen in management in practice. Every course that you take at TAPME will have all the components. You learn the concepts, you learn the applications, and then you'll be applying in a world where the faculty, or to some extent we also involve industry people for the course evaluation during the trimesters, but this one is something which is evaluated a majority of the component by the industry guides. 40% of the weightage is given to industry guides. The rest 60% will be evaluated by the faculty members, in-house faculty members. So this is very important component because it helps you in making your choices, the area that you want to specialize in, right? So this has got a lot of importance. It has got an application of concepts, learning from the industry. When you go to the industry, you would learn a lot of things. What you don't see really in the classroom sitting, maybe some of you may have experience, but the real application of these concepts come in management in practice. So this is for 6 credits, and what I'll be doing today is I'll just give you a brief data about the last year's MIP, and after I present the data, then I'll tell you why MIP is important, who are the stakeholders, and what are their what is at stake for all the stakeholders, and then I'll kind of tell you briefly about the grading policies, and then what we expect from you. Okay. So as you see, over the years, the number of companies that are offering MIPs, their numbers are increasing. And we don't want to send people to a lot of groups to one company. We just want to reduce the number of people. At the most, say for example, it's a startup. A startup is something which is below 2 crores. We don't want to send more than 2 or 3 people to that company. But then we do emphasize on the importance of startups, because startups is where you would see the real problems are. Everything is a problem. You would want quick solutions, but nothing is going to happen there because everything is a kind of a scarcity there. Resources, all types of resources, whether it is financial or manpower, everything is a scarce resource in the startups. How do you manage the business? How do you create business, or how do you enhance the opportunities for doing more business? Is basically, you learn a lot from startups. This year, about 30 companies are basically startups. And some of the startups were so impressed with our students this last year, they started offering already placements too. Apps Daily is one such company which has offered placement to our students. Similarly, there is something called as My Notice Period, which is now Hiree.com, is in the process of offering a PPO, I guess. So startups are one set of companies. Then among the companies that come for, Microsoft is here, JP Morgan is here, you name it, we are getting all the big companies here. It's not just that, we are in the process, our placement chairperson is traveling extensively to various places, talking to various companies, and we are adding more and more companies. So you can be assured of the best possible, support in terms of placement and as well as for MIP. The one thing is, it's your hard work is what is important here. You have to assure yourself that you're going to work very hard here. If you don't do that, who's going to be the loser? You. 6 credits. Trust me that 6 credits will swing you out of the campus. Your CGPA would just shortfall for the term below 3.6 and you would be out in no time. So be very careful, and I'll tell you reasons why you should be even more careful with the MIP, because a couple of slides about the data, then I'll come to the main point. Last year, this is the batch. By the way, I just want to make it very clear, whatever I'm talking about this particular MIP is only for PGDM and PGDM HCM groups. For BKFS, tomorrow I think the chair for BKFS program is going to talk to them and brief them about their MIP plans. Okay? So this is only for PGDM and PGDM HCM. Okay? Now I was telling you about why you should all be working very hard. What do you see in the first diagram? First plot. Any one person? Okay. And how do you get a good CGPA? You just don't get a good CGPA if you don't study, right? And you have to be performing consistently in all the subjects. The first year being a common year, it's the same subjects, everyone goes through those courses. And what it says is all the courses are equally important for you in the first year to get a very good CGPA. If you don't focus on all the subjects, you say that I am going to do marketing, I will not study HR, well, who's going to be the loser? It's you. So please keep in mind, from the perspective of industry, all the courses are equally important, but you specialize in one field and you choose to go into that, but you kind of have that basic level of expertise in across all the areas, across all the functions. Keep that in mind. I'm stressing on that because sometimes I've seen people who did marketing and then they're at the top level, they're doing a HR job. Last year, distinguished guest for the induction program, he did something else in his MBA program, but he is heading TCS HR. Okay, so this world is becoming increasingly interrelated and multidisciplinary approach is what is the best approach. So please stay focused, take your first year very seriously, pay attention to all the subjects so that you never know, even in a marketing interview, some people may ask questions related to, say, for example, operations research. You never know. Depends whether the student has really learned something in the course or not. So some of the specializations, predominantly marketing, then finance, then operations, then IT, as you see. Sector-wise allocation, we cover all the sectors, and we have specialized courses in digital marketing. We have courses in analytics, right? We have courses we have all the courses that the industry requires, and we are constantly innovating, improving, and kind of bringing those courses to the classrooms. So you don't worry about what kind of courses that the industry is looking for. We are doing all the work. All that you have to do is pay attention to what you want and you do what you are supposed to do. Some of the offers we are now planning in a big way to even get more of international offers. 3 is very less number, so we are planning to get even more this year and slowly take it to, you can grow very slowly in this particular regard because there are some limitations. So what is MIP? Now let's get in details. This is a 2-phase program. I think about 64% of the students have experience and the rest of the students, they don't have any experience. So for those people in the first phase, we kind of give them an orientation about the industry. What is an industry? We take them to small and medium enterprises. They'll observe the small and medium enterprises. This is typically done in the month of January because by that time they must have learned something about management as such, and then whatever the learning that has happened, with that learning they go to the industry and they observe all facets of that particular business. So small and medium enterprises are typically good companies for understanding what happens in an industry. That is phase 1 of the MIP. It is typically for people with 0 to 1 year of experience. Then the main phase comes, wherein the second phase, all the people will be going for 8 weeks. And some companies ask for 10 weeks, and if we have adequate enough time, we allow them to go for even for 10 weeks. That's not a problem. But again, we work with PGP office very closely and see to it that students don't miss classes. But 8 weeks is mandatory. So the phase 3 is, once you come back, whatever you have learned, we will be telling you to write down every week a diary, and also you have to give a presentation to the company, and you may also have to submit a report to the company. But whether the industry asks for the report or not, we do ask for the report. So you have to come prepared with all the material, whatever you have done, and whatever project that you have done, whatever learning has happened, you have to demonstrate that learning through this report format. Okay? So this I think I've already discussed. Now who are the stakeholders? Stakeholders are 3 people mainly: the industry, students, and TAPME. We are also a stakeholder for this. These are the things that you would gain. First thing that you would gain is your career orientation, which area you would want to specialize in. You may choose 2 areas like Professor Guru said. Dean Academics already mentioned that you can choose 2 areas, major and minor. And this helps you in firm up further career in that particular field. So all these things are the beneficial aspects. The most important aspect is if you do well, if you do really well in your MIP, on the final day of your completion, they will tell you that you have won the best intern award and they will award you with a spot PPO. What do you know by that? You are already placed. Flipkart this year awarded to one of your seniors the best intern award, and on the final day they said, welcome to Flipkart. It's a very good feeling, isn't it? You want that? Yes? No? Are you prepared to work hard? The choice is yours. Trust us, trust me, if you guys work very hard, we can get more and more better companies, and as we get more and more better companies, we don't have to worry about placements. Placements is never a problem here. All that is important is the kind of effort that you would put in this institute, that kind of transformation that you would want to undergo through this 2-year process. If you are not aware of yourself in the beginning, start working towards it. Your career grooming has to happen, and by the time the placements start for MIP, you should be addressing your concerns, your weaknesses. The typical process starts in October, and we try to typically finish it off by February, but if we see that there are some good companies which are lining up in the month of March, and we may want to wait for those companies, but we typically end the entire MIP selection process for all of you. If we want, we can even finish by January, but see, there are certain company policies which they say that our policy is to go to campuses only in the month of February. So for that reason we have to wait, otherwise MIP, all of you would get placed, and we wait for good companies too. So this is an ideal platform to showcase one's potential for recruiters. We are receiving already PPOs. I just don't want to disclose the numbers because still they are, but we are receiving PPOs, PPIs, and the companies are very happy, and we are going to beat the numbers from the last year, definitely, for sure. We will outsmart the numbers in the sense that we will by many more times. So the industry, this is what they would get. Whatever expertise that you have gained in this 1 year, whatever faculty can give to the industry through your network, through your contact, or through your projects. So these are all the things that the industry gets from us. Tap me, we get to know the industry experts, we bring them to the campus, and they will kind of share their knowledge with you. So many stakeholders, 3 stakeholders, and these are the benefits. Everything would stand to gain if we do things well in this place. 40% is industry guides evaluation, 30% for report presentation, and 30% for project report evaluation. Okay. I'm just kind of hurrying up because I think we are running out of time. If you have any questions, please feel free to write me. I'll give you my email ID, and you can always talk to me anytime. PPOs and grades. If you kind of secure a PPO, your grade, you're subjected to the evaluation process, but you will get a straight A+ in the MIP course. It's for 6 credits, and 6 credits A+ course means you would get a real big boost in your overall CGPA. Trust me, there was one student last year, he got a C in the faculty evaluation and industry evaluation. He got a very excellent rating, and he also got a PPO. So he's from C to A+, straight. So what are you? This is what you are going to do, okay? you are here for your career. We are here to, we have a set process, very well established and time tested process. You process yourselves for this next coming 2 years. As like Professor Guru said, don't give yourself a benefit of doubt by saying that, yeah, I can take rest, or I can go on leave, I need vacation. Work hard, don't cut corners. In no time, your career would be on the exponential growth path. Thank you.
May I request Professor Debmalia Chatterjee, Warden, Hostels, to now advise you about the hostel guidelines.
What should I say? Good afternoon. Since lunch is not served to you guys, probably good morning is better than good afternoon, right? Anyway, this is always the story when it comes to hostels and administration in the campus. It's always in the awkward time. And probably I won't ask you to look at any of those slides because I want you to focus at me. What happens here is, we have a team of 5 members now in the hostel committee who look after yourself, who are the facilitators for you in the campus. We look after your stay for this 2 years. Now, when it comes to the stay at TAPME, please make yourself very comfortable. We are not providing you hotels. We provide one S more. Meaning, we provide you hostels with certain rules and regulations. So I'll be delivering those things right now to you. It's completely yours, wisdom to hear this, ignore this. But please remember, we believe in one line. Whatever you do, there's nothing good, nothing bad, nothing wrong, nothing correct. It's only the consequence that matters. And probably you are aware of, in the current generation, you are aware of all those things from your seniors through different portals. Some of you may not know that, you will know it very soon. Let me start with the main gate, because that's the entry and exit point for the campus. You are supposed to be inside the campus every day before 11:30 p.m. And for no reason, you can be outside the campus after 11:30, and our security guards there in this main gate won't allow you to come inside the campus. That's fun, because you get to stay outside in a hotel, probably, but it comes with another check which says we don't have a night out facility available for the next 2 years. We don't have a night